I think as we talked about in the case of radiology, there's, everything is data. The images are stored. There is, of course, a lot of regulation around this in terms of HIPAA and others, that you cannot share this data. There is different standards. There is islands of data. Um, the interoperability is not very clear. For example, you go to a hospital, your medical record is there. You go to another provider, and maybe that is not available to them, and you don't see that, right? So there's a lot of issues with respect to how you bring this data together, and how do you make that work to enhance and to harness AI that we can really do. The other aspect, of course, is the fact that just having data is not sufficient. Like Vince was talking about, you need good data, and you need representations of data that is existing as a healthy person and as an unhealthy person, right? So both those data is required, and most often medical records only store data about people who are already sick and not really healthy. So that's one issue. The other issue is, of course, biases that creep in to the data, because the way we record, or the way we treat people, or way we test medicines and so on, right? For example, most of us wear these devices which measure your heart rate and measure your stuff, which collects a lot of information about yourself. But the way it collects is by using a green light that penetrates your skin and then measures your blood flow and so on, right? Now, obviously, that is influenced by the color of your skin, and the darker your skin is, the less the light penetrates, and that builds a bias in itself. So there are a lot of issues with respect to how data is accessed and how data is stored and can be analyzed.